Welcome to my channel one more time. Today I'm gonna cook stir-fried noodles with vegetables and beef. This is something that you can make at home and enjoy with your families and friends. For this recipe, we're gonna use maybe 1 or 2 pounds of beef tenderloin. It's already cut in little pieces. I'm gonna add some cornstarch, 1 big tablespoon of it, and I'm gonna use a little bit of soy sauce, regular soy sauce. We're gonna marinate the meat so that it can have a lot of good flavor. I'm gonna add lead and pepper sauce too, maybe like 3 tablespoons of that sauce. And as always, you can use a lot of different ingredients if you want. I'm gonna use a little bit of sesame oil, yes, just to give it that flavor. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna use garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and we're gonna use black pepper. You can use a lot of different dry spices if you want. You can always modify this recipe to your liking, and this is gonna be delicious. Just stir a little bit here, combine everything with a spoon. And I almost forgot, we gotta add a little bit of MSG. This is very controversial. Some people think that this is not good for you. And as always, you cannot beat it. You can leave it out, so don't stress out, okay? Now we already added everything. Just combine, let it rest for maybe 10 or 20 minutes. Because now we're gonna cook our noodles, yes. We're gonna use a big wok right here. It's gonna be much faster to cook the noodles. And we're gonna add maybe like 1.5 gallons of water. Cold water is okay. The water is gonna get very hot in a few minutes. And for this recipe, as always, you can use any type of spaghettis. I'm gonna use whole grains. It has a lot of fiber, it's good for you. And we're gonna use the whole box. Just throw everything in there. You don't have to add any oil. The whole grains noodles are a little tough, so it's gonna take a little longer to boil them. I would say maybe 12 minutes. Just keep moving everything here so they don't get stuck or they don't stick each other. And as always, you can always grab one just to see if it has a nice texture. You don't want to eat noodles that are very hard or too soft, just in the middle. I always like to grab one and see if it's ready. Now we're gonna turn off our stove right here, and I'm gonna rinse these noodles, okay? I'm gonna pass them in cold water. I like to do that. I know it's not an Italian food where you're not supposed to rinse your noodles once you take them out of hot water. But in Asian recipe, you can do that. It has it has a good texture when you do that. Perfect. I'm gonna run it in hot water, in cold water. I'm sorry. Now in the same pan, you don't have to clean it. Just add oil, and we're gonna fry our beef. You don't like beef? You can use chicken, you can use pork, or you can always create this recipe using only vegetables. I'll show you the vegetables that we're gonna use later on. I'm gonna add some more oil here. Now everything starts smelling amazing in your kitchen. Just combine everything here. Make sure you use good type of meat, something soft, tender, something expensive. I like to add a little bit of a dark soy sauce. Once you do that, you'll see the difference right here. Here you can see that the meat is turning like brown color. That's what we want. And you don't want to fry your meat for too long. Otherwise, it's going to be stiff, too hard, not tasty. So that's why you don't want to cook it for too long. Once you cook it, you just transfer it to a plate, because now we're going to cook our vegetables. We have here red bell pepper, onions, green bell pepper, carrots. You can always use any vegetable that you like. I'm gonna add some oil in my pan. I'm gonna wait till it's hot, and I'm gonna throw all the vegetables in there and start frying. And you don't wanna fry them for too long. You just keep stirring, mixing everything here. Start smelling amazing. You can always use garlic if you want, but I don't know if you remember that we use garlic powder in our meat. After the vegetables are cooked, then you throw all your noodles. And I'm gonna put one part right now, and I'm gonna combine. And you can always use more oil if you want. I like noodles, I like vegetables, I like meat. So this is something amazing that you can cook at home, enjoy it with your friends and family. And we're gonna add more noodles and a little bit of more oil. I'm using canola oil. You can always use any type of oil that you like. Just keep mixing. And now we're gonna add a hoisin sauce. You can always find it in many supermarkets. You can always find it online or Amazon if you want. I bought it in San Francisco a long time ago. And you can always use a little bit of dark soy sauce. What happens when we use dark soy sauce? Well, you can see the flavor, the color start turning a little brown. That's why I use dark soy sauce with mushroom flavor. And we almost finished here. Now we're gonna add the meat that we cooked before and just keep combining everything here. I hope you give it a try. You can always cook this, in a regular pan. You don't have to have a wok, but cooking this way is faster. The meat is and the vegetables are cooked faster. So that's why I like to cook in a wok. Okay, don't forget that we have a lot of Asian recipe. As always, I'm cooking this, my way. This is my style. A lot of people cook in different ways. There's not a perfect way to cook Asian food. Just whatever you have, throw it in there. Vegetables, sauce. But you can see that this is amazing. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to come back to my channel. Don't forget to watch my other videos that we have here. And that's a great support from you. Just serve it on a plate, enjoy it with a cold beer. You can always throw sriracha on top of it, and you're gonna have a good time eating spaghettis, noodles with vegetables and meat. Give it a try, you're gonna like it. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to give it a like and share this video. Thank you for watching one more time.